What's up guys and welcome back to my Lorethrough series. Before properly kicking off the second half of the game, let's take care of the final known shard bearer, Praetor Rykard. If you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe as I upload one of these every week. I covered the first part of the Volcano Manor questlines in a previous episode right after we reached Altus Plateau. If you haven't seen it yet, you might want to catch up on it as this video pretty much picks up where that one left off. That episode ended with us telling Raya, aka Zoraya, about the secret Volcano Manor prison town Tanith had been hiding from her.
Really? Oh, so there was a secret after all. Oh my. Lady Tanith, my own mother, has deceived me. Was I not born by the grace of a king?
She said that to you. I should have known something was wrong. The signs were clear enough. Well, Zoraya has placed her trust in you. All the more reason I must tell you that some things are better left unknown. Besides, no one should be blamed for their heritage. Think about it. We are resisting the ways of the Erd Tree itself. What matters one's lineage in such a crisis?
Now we're finally strong enough to clear it and find out more. The first thing we notice is that the town itself seems to be run by the man-serpents, who look pretty much just like Raya, except they don't seem to have her level of wits. Throughout the town and the euphemistically named guest hall, we can see not just tortured Erdtree followers, but also tortured Albinorics. For all their cruel experiments, the Volcano Manor seems to have convinced even 2 Omen killers to swap sides from the Erdtree and join their cause instead. Past the guest hall and through the second half of the town, we get to these 2 elevators. The one that goes down leads to a magma worm, while the one that goes up leads to a shortcut back to the prison town church and the Temple of Igle. Should you have noticed that a lot of the torture victims throughout this dungeon have been skinned, then you shouldn't be surprised to see that the boss in the Temple of Igle is a godskin noble who seems to have formed an alliance with the Volcano Manor, likely in order to source some more skin for his faction. After we defeat the godskin noble, we can loot the serpent's amnion from the altar in the table. According to its description, it is the amnion from the mother's womb which cradled the poor unwanted offspring of a repellent birthing ritual. Could Zoraya have been born from this amnion? Let's talk to her.
Was I not born by the grace of a king? What is this? I remember this scent distinctly. Funny, isn't it? I am certain of it. I was born inside this. It's a part of my birth, Mother. You have my gratitude. Thanks to you, I am no longer afraid. I want to know how I was born and met Lady Tanith. One day, I hope to call her mother once again. This time from the bottom of my heart.
Zoraya will now leave in search of answers. Tanith is, of course, worried about her finding out the truth.
No, I haven't seen Zoraya anywhere, and she has no scouting duties now. Has she gone off in search of answers? Why won't she just listen? May I ask your aid? Not as the manor's proprietress, but as Zoraya's mother. If she discovers the answer to her question, and it causes distress, have her drink this potion to purge that which would cause her pain. Yes, I know. My wish is a grave disrespect to her. No different than the Erd Tree's imposition. But I've no choice. It must be done.
We can find Zoraya in this small shrine room. Her suspicions have been confirmed, and she is shattered.
Oh, it's you. I'm afraid there is something I must tell you. I was an unwanted child, born not of grace, but of a hideous ritual, something that can never be accepted. Not by men, nor serpents. Even Lady Tanith shouldn't accept me. I know that you have done so much for me, but I wish to ask one last kindness. Kill me, please. I thought that I feared nothing, but this... Free me from this accursed frame.
Naturally, we have three options here. We can grant her her wish and kill her.
Thank you, my champion, Mother.
And then deliver Tanith the news.
Really? She is dead, then. My gratitude for your forthrightness. If you would allow me some time alone.
Alternatively, we can grant Tanith's wish and give her the tonic of forgetfulness instead.
I'm to drink this, then? Yes, of course. You always were very kind. How delightfully sweet, and yet...
Thank you for allowing me this. I will never be a good mother. My heart is too frail. Our Lord must have known this all along. My meekness is all too clear. Sweet Zoraya, have I earned your scorn?
She falls in a deep slumber and will only reawaken after we've defeated Rykard and everyone has left Volcano Manor.
Oh, it's you. Heaven knows what happened here. But Lady Tanith and all the tarnished champions are gone. It feels rather quiet without them. But with you here, things will be just fine. I await Lady Tanith. I am her daughter, born by the grace of a great king. I do not wish to burden her or cause concern. Brave Tarnished, do tread the path of valor. I'm certain that this is what Lady Tanith wishes.
She will disappear after we rested a grace. The third option is to ignore both requests and do nothing instead, until we've defeated Rykard.
You're not willing to kill me, are you? You've always been so kind and uncompromising.
Then she will disappear and leave behind a letter that says, I wish to set out on a journey so that one day I can carry on Mother's work, be the proud daughter of Tanith of Volcano Manor. Farewell. You've always been so kind, so uncompromising, my champion. Without a doubt, this third way has the best ending for Zoraya. Regardless of which way the quest ends though, she always leaves behind Dedekar's woe, whose description implies Dedekar and the great serpent Igle were likely her parents, as opposed to the other man-serpents that seem to have been children directly from Rykard and the great serpent, according to the man-serpent Ash's descriptions. Before we can face Rykard, we got some more invading to do. Firstly, we invade errant sorcerer Wilhelm and Wargram the Raging Wolf alongside Bernal in the Round Table Hold. Unlike with Patches, we only have to speak to Bernal once to get our reward from him.
I had hoped you'd soon return. I have the reward from Lady Tanith. Take it. It's yours, by right. Let us tread the path of the recusant together, till we reach the miserable death that awaits us.
For Lady Tanith's final test, however, we have to kill Dialos's much more competent brother, Juno Hoslo, in the mountaintops of the Giants. Thank God Dialos has already left Volcano Manor, so he doesn't have to know that. After completing this final request, Lady Tanith will now let us have an audience with Rykard.
I see that you've stayed the path of champions. This is your usual reward. Please, take it. Perhaps you are ready. Might you see our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions. Yes, as it should be. Now, close your eyes for a moment. I will transport you to the Lord's chamber. Farewell, then. May your visit be fruitful.
Just as a quick recap, here's what we know about Rykard.
Is the Lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
You're tarnished, here to put the demigods to the sword. Then please, kill the great serpent, the one that devoured Praetor Rykard. I left the serpent-slaying spear in the Lord's chamber. Worthy tarnished. Brandish the spear and run him through. The great serpent. That unspeakable monstrosity. Praetor Rykard's ambitions, though blasphemous, marked him a worthy sovereign, but they were reduced to gluttonous depravity once he gave himself to the serpent. Whatever that thing is, it is no longer Praetor Rykard. Someone must kill him to spare him and his ambitions from further dishonor.
We grab the serpent hunter the spirit mentioned, and finally face the great serpent that devoured Praetor Rykard. But where's Rykard? He won't actually show himself until...
Very well.
Elven King has remedy. Together we will devour the very god.
What a gruesome cutscene. In case you were wondering why the serpent immediately attacks, even though you were just supposed to have an audience, this is why. The whole purpose of Lady Tanith's quests is to find tarnished that are worthy enough to be added to the family, or in other words, devoured by the serpent just like Rykard, to make that serpent even stronger so it can devour the world. However, thanks to the serpent-slaying spear, this isn't gonna happen, and instead, the maddest of the demigods falls. As previously mentioned, killing Rykard will make everyone leave the Volcano Manor. Might makes right was the leading principle of the Volcano Manor though, so nobody is even mad at us.
So, you killed Rykard. I harbor you no ill will. The strong take. Such is our code. Even he was prepared to meet a wretched end when he first took blasphemy unto his very flesh. But any road, the Volcano Manor is no more, though we may yet fulfill an old promise. We hunted our own kind, and took what was theirs, and with everything in hand, the time has come to rise against the Erd Tree. O greater will, hear my voice. I am the recusant Bernal, inheritor of my brother's will, and you will fall to my blade. We refuse to become your pawns. Consider this fair warning.
There's a lot of speculation as to who exactly Bernal's brother is, and we will come back to that topic in a future episode.
Now you've gone and killed Rykard. You scheming little bastard. Cripes, you make this nonsense seem, well, less nonsensical. Perhaps a Tarnished will be Elden Lord after all. But for now, this manor is finished. The demigod beast is slain, and Tanith has lost her head. A fine mess. But how else could it end? When Daddy Ambition's head over heels courting Lady Blasphemy. Well, here I am, untethered, once again. Goodbye, my friend.
As for Patches, he now will move to Shaded Castle, just before the place where we fought Elemer of the Briar.
Oh, you again. A shame you had to see me like this. Oh, I had a bit of a slip-up, that's all. I should have stuck to what I know best. No matter. I know I can trust you. Gullible, yes, but a good soul. Make certain that Tanith gets this. Oh, it's nothing, it's just... makes me sick to see her all bent out of shape. Come on, Tanith, back on your high horse where you belong. You're able then? Then I can rest easy, my friend.
I'm not sure if Patches was only wounded by Elemer here, or whether he meant to fake his death. But what is certain is that he in fact isn't dead here, and instead starts over in Murkwater Cave. He returns there and tries to pull the same trick on us as at the start of his quest. When he recognizes it's us though, he immediately surrenders without us even needing to deal any damage. He knows we beat Rykard and are way too strong for him.
Wait! No, Simon! Is that you? Oh, Christ! Please, wait! I surrender! I surrender! I swear! Glad to see we're on the same page. I'd never cross you. Not even close. Ah, it's been ages since I've seen you. I didn't even realize it was you. Took you for a demi-human or some such. You know how it is. Just an innocent mistake. Water under the bridge, eh? Back to business as usual. Hell's bells. This bandit business is hardly what it's cracked up to be. Especially if we keep running into the likes of you. Maybe I'll set up another shop with the lads.
He will now remain here as a merchant for the rest of the game.
It's true then. You've defeated our lord. No. I must thank you. Our lord was yet weak. You have taught us that. Defeat is not the end. Our lord is immortal, and will one day rise again. Stronger. Until then, I must stay the path and do my part. I will leave the Volcano Manor before long. I suggest you do the same. I will miss these encounters. The champion who walks the tainted path shines all the more. I always was an admirer. This is perhaps we will meet again along the path.
As for Tanith, well, I can't really explain this.
What is it? I have no need of that. I must continue devouring my beloved lord. Oh, you... Allow me some time. Our lord's carcass is vast, and not easily consumed. Dear Rykard, please, find purchase within me. I wish to be your serpent, your family. One day, let us devour the gods together.
Naturally, in this state, she couldn't care less about Patches' stupid castagnettes. If you do the only logical thing and kill her here, her guardian knight will invade. Small side note, if you were wondering how Gideon knew so much about the state of these first 5 demigods, especially the well-secluded Rykard, the eye surcoat found in Rykard's arena suggests he probably had spies giving him information absolutely everywhere. Anyways, this concludes the first half of the game. Having killed all 5 shard bearers whose locations were known, we can speak to Gideon once again.
If you're heading to the Forge of the Flame of Ruin, in the snowy mountaintops of the Giants, you'll need to find the Grand Lift of Rold, beyond the Forbidden Region. Or go if you would. Take no heed of cardinal sin. The Two Fingers lost their purpose a long, long time ago. There are 4 more demigods yet to be located. Mikola of the Halig Tree, the Unalloyed, his twin, Melania, the undefeated swordswoman, Luna Princess Rani, daughter to Renala, and the one only known as the Lord of Blood. Rani is said to have cast aside her great rune, so here at the Hold, we seek the whereabouts of the remaining 3 shard bearers. If you should learn anything of these matters, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure or a long-lost right, known only to me. We both desire to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. As such, I hope we are compelled to work together.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I upload one of these every week. I'll see you next time when we head back underground. Bye bye.